Hello, hello. So, a couple of weeks ago, I asked what are some topics that you wanted some help in. So, somebody commented that they need help with offers. So, I decided, hey, let me just help everyone because offers are one of the biggest pillars in your business that you need to have dialed in. If your offer is dialed in and you know where your clients are going, then it helps you craft your messaging, your content, all your communication because now you have a direct path to follow. So, the problem that I usually see is that most entrepreneurs actually think that they have an offer problem, but I've seen that there are some really good offers out there. But the actual issue is that they have a message to offer problem. So the way that is packaged, the position, the way they present it, it's not really magnetic. Instead, it makes them more invisible because they're not showing people how this specific offer is meeting them where they are. So the goal for this training is to help you know exactly what an offer is, why most miss the mark, and then a framework that I created to help you craft one that your ideal clients actually feel compelled to say yes to. So I remember back then having offers put together and I never really felt aligned. Like it didn't feel like good to me. And I know some of you might be feeling that too, where you have an offer, you think you do, and it doesn't really feel right. If you really think about it, it doesn't really feel like something you're excited about. And so I'm going to help you build something that you're actually excited about because if you're excited about your offer, then that comes across in the messaging as well. So what most people think that offers are is just like here's a list of features. So you're going to have 12 coaching calls. It's going to be 90 days, 3 months, 12 weeks, whatever it is. And it's more focused on a list of features. Like here's what's included. Or there's a program name and a price tag. You're going to life transformation in 90 days for 997, whatever it is. I've seen that a lot with life coaches. They think that's an offer. And then they have some type of generic solution where it's like, I help you get healthy, or I help you grow your business, or I help you feel confident, or again, I help you achieve life transformation. Very generic. If you looked at your offer and you looked at other people's and it sounds exactly the same, you're not really standing out. Um, Again, the next one is that their product or service, right? That's their offer, but there's no real context. So my offer is I'm going to help you scale your business. Okay, how are you going to do that? This is why these miss the mark. Most of the time, they're more focused on you. So I remember when I first put my offers together, I was literally thinking the whole time, okay, this is how much time I want to work, this is how many clients I want to take on every week, this is how much money I want to make. And it was literally just like I'm thinking about me, which you should think about you in some regards. You should think about what's going to work for you, but at the same time, what usually happens is that we lack connection, right? We're not really connecting to the deep and urgent problem that they're facing. And so, because there's no clear transformation that they can picture themselves achieving, most of the time they don't really care about it because again, they're thinking more of all the features and stuff that we're providing, but there's no real urge for them or compelling for them to actually take you up on their offer. So one example is saying your offer is 12 weeks of mindset coaching. This is like selling a hammer and nails without showing them the house you're about to build. And so when you're creating your offer, there needs to be a very clear picture and path that they're going to take. They have to be able to see themselves on this journey. Otherwise, why would they even waste their time doing it? And so what our offers actually are. And this is the definition you'll hear from most people, which is an offer is the promise of a specific transformation for a specific person, packaged in a way that makes the value feel undeniable. I have a different definition. It's still aligned, but it's a little bit different. An offer is the clear, simple path you can give someone so they can take the next logical step toward their solution, outcome, dream without overwhelm, confusion, or guesswork. So, again, it is the clear, simple path you can give them so they can take the next logical step. So, I have developed what I call clear step offers because I believe that your offer should be a very clear next step for them to follow. And so this is why this matters. People don't buy everything at once, right? They buy their next step. I have learned this in my journey. Sometimes we get really excited and we have these huge goals for people and we want these big outcomes for people, but we don't really remember that, hey, they're not there because of other things they have to kind of take care of. They're not there yet because the process hasn't worked yet. So if we are giving them these massive leaps, what usually happens is they are going to shy away because they're not ready for it. And so we can have these big visions and big dreams for people, but we also have to remember that we have to take them there, not just, hey, you're here, we're going to jump all the way over here. It's, hey, you're here, you want to go here, but here's the first step you need to take. Here's the second step you need to take. And that's how I define my clear step offers. A great offer doesn't just promise the end results, it makes the immediate next move obvious and doable. So, again, it is here's the logical next thing you can do that is going to take you closer to that end goal that you have. So, here's why I focus on clear step offers. They're built around exactly where the client is right now, not where we hope them to be, but literally where are they at right now? What are they thinking about? What are they experiencing? What are they talking about? And we meet them there. We give them one clear specific transformation, so we're not, again, you're not going to give people 10 things they're going to achieve. It's like, here's the one major thing that you're going to have at the end of this offer, this journey, this program, and that's it. And then we remove anything that's not necessary. So if it's not taking them to that one clear outcome, we'll remove it. I think where a lot of us fall short is we try to think of too many different outcomes, and then it gets clouded and muddy and it's hard to really follow the process because there's just too much. So an example is, I'll help you launch your business and grow it to 100K a year. So here's my immediate thought. Some people haven't even gotten their first client. Some people are struggling to even just have one client consistently every week. Some people are struggling to have a viable business that's actually allowing them to have freedom. So, why would they be thinking about 100K months already or 100K a year? They're not thinking about that. They're thinking literally, okay, how do I start to attract people? Or they're thinking, okay, how can I get my next client? And so the next logical step would be, hey, I'm going to help you get your first client, or I'm going to help you make your first $2,000 sale. It's more immediate to where they are right now. So a better example would be something like, in 30 days, we'll validate your message and create content that gets your first 5 paying clients. So it's literally like, in 30 days, we're going to do this one thing so you can achieve this one thing, and that's it. And so for the whole 30 days, all I'm helping them with is, okay, how do you validate your message? And then how do you create the content that you need to find these 5 clients? Very specific, very clear, and it allows you to stay on the path instead of trying to do too many things at once. And so the key mindset shift that you have to go through is, your offer is not about what you do. It's not all the features. It's not even about what they're going to get sometimes, because it's very easy to say you're going to get this and you're going to get that and you're going to get this, but it's more about the journey that they will experience, and then how certain you can make them that the journey they're going to go on is actually going to lead them to the outcome they desire. That's the mindset shift you have to have. It's, you are here, you're going to go on this journey, and at the end of this journey you're going to have this outcome, and here's how I know it's going to happen, right? You make them certain that it's actually going to happen. And so here is how to craft your offers that are actually going to convert. Here's my clear step offers framework. So the first part is the specific person, so the S. You're going to get laser specific on who exactly it is that you're talking to. So don't just say, I'm going to help entrepreneurs or women or men. Get very, very, very specific. So I'm going to help faith driven women coaches making 3 to 5K a month who are stuck in client droughts. So it's very, very specific because your messaging is going to shift based on who you're speaking to. For example, if I'm talking to the same coach making 3 to 5K who is stuck in a client drought, but they're not faith driven, my messaging is going to change a little bit. It's going to also change if I'm speaking to a man or if I'm speaking to a woman. It's also going to change if I'm speaking to a woman that's 60 years old versus a woman that's in her 30s. And so you have to get very, very specific because, again, it allows you to get also specific with your messaging. The T is for the thorn. So, what are they experiencing that they are desperate to change? I remember when I was a teacher, I was extremely burnt out. I was stressed all the time. All I wanted was to not feel so exhausted all the time. I was so burnt out, no matter the amount of sleep I got, no matter the amount of rest I got, I always still feel exhausted. And all I wanted was to not feel that way anymore. And so if someone would have met me there and said, "Hey, here is a guide that will help you not feel exhausted anymore," or here's a guide that will help you not be so burnt out all the time, that would have been helpful for me. I would have wanted that because that's what I was thinking about at the time. So think about the thorn that your clients are facing and then literally meet them in that one moment. Don't think about the end goal, don't think about the whole journey. Meet them in that specific moment. The experience. So, what do they want to be experiencing? So, not what you want them to be experiencing, but what do they want to be experiencing? Yes, you can decide, okay, I want to help people have this specific outcome, but under that umbrella, what is it that they actually want to be experiencing? What is their dream outcome? Because again, you are taking them to where they want to go, not where you want to go. You can have the best offer possible, but if no one wants to go there, they're not going to care. So you have to be willing to find the umbrella, know where you're going, but then also, okay, how am I going to meet my clients where they are? And then P, what are all the steps they must take to get there? So again, what is the next logical step from here? So for example, when I was burnt out and exhausted all the time, one of the steps that was so simple but was transformational for me was even just something as little as it begins in the identity. You have to believe more about yourself and you have to be more so that you can push other things that don't align. Or, hey, you need to drink more water than you do coffee throughout the day. Or, hey, drink water before you drink coffee. Like, literally, it was like very simple steps that I took that eventually added up to big transformational outcomes for me. And so, think about what are all the steps I have to take to get there. Now, bonus, let's say that you're taking them, for example, from 0 to 100K, right? There are going to be a lot of steps you have to take to get there. It can be, okay, getting clear on your message, creating a clear offer, making your first 5K, making your first 10K, making your first whatever. Pick one of those steps and then hone into that step, right? Become a master at that one step, and that can become your core offer. So, for example, I can help other people scale their businesses, but where I truly love to help people is in the messaging aspect towards the beginning. I have become known for helping people with their messaging, and so my core offer is designed around messaging, even though I can do so many other things. And when people join my program, they get all this help, and then if they want to continue to work with me, I keep taking them up a step up in the process. So just to recap, offers are not features, right? They are outcomes. They are for a specific person. And again, they are clear, logical steps that they can take. It's not just here's what you get, here's what you can get out of this. It's literally like here's the journey you're going to be on, and here's how certain I am that you're actually going to get this result. And it's for a very specific person. And the better that you can articulate the transformation, the easier you can or the better you can articulate the journey they're going to be on and the certainty that it'll work, the easier sales will become. It honestly won't even feel like sales. Like I've been on calls in the last couple of weeks where it honestly was just a conversation. I cared about people. I showed them that like I truly do care about their progress. And then they asked me, okay, can you tell me about your offer? I didn't even have to mention my offer. They asked me for it just because I'm so aligned on my messaging. And it's very possible for you to get that if you just got really, really clear on your message. And so this is it, right? Clear step offers. Specific person, the thorn, experience, and process. And that's really it. If you are a person that, even though you've heard all of this and you still feel like, okay, I might have an offer or I'm just not really sure about my business, and you want me to actually put my eyes on it, let you know, is this actually magnetic? Is it actually clear? Is it actually a very impactful offer that you have? Just send me the word ideation. You can comment it below as well. And I'll send you the link to book your ideation call. In these calls, I do a deep dive. I give you like 3 to 5 pages like this with just everything that you need to know for your business, and it's very unique to your business. I do a business audit, and I go through literally your social media, the information you give me, and I come up with the plan for you. So if that's something that you're interested in, just let me know. And I'm here to help because I do believe that it begins with messaging. And if you have that down, everything else becomes so much easier. So again, my name is Braylon. I hope that this was helpful. If it wasn't, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Let me know how it can be better next time. But yeah, I hope this was helpful.